Good morning, everyone. Today we'll continue the graphical user interface, graphical user interface using that Tkinter libraries. And today we will do the same my application with the drop-down menu, not with the radio button. This is the radio button. We have already did before. I gave a homework. And now I want to show this in the same application but with the drop-down menu. Now you write the radio button application but replace the radio buttons with the simple drop-down menu. Same application will be, but is the second way with the drop-down menu. Drop-down menu in programming languages, for example JavaScript, or in Bootstrap, the framework. They use a lot in other program languages also. Now I want to show with the another one, drop-down menu. Now, in drop-down menu, what we will do, we will first call from the Tkinter import asterisk. And I will call all the libraries of the Tkinter. Then I will give the define. Change text. Okay. Change text. And what will be there? I will call the my label. My label will be the configuration and the text will be the gender, because we will use the two genders, right? The feminine and the masculine. Okay. Now we will create the main Tkinter window. Main Tkinter window is the window is equal TK. And I will call the title. And we can give the my application. Also drop down menu. We can write with the drop down menu my application with drop down menu. Okay. Then what we will do? I will give the my label. I have to the my label is equal label. We'll call the window, and then let's give the width, for example 25 pixels. Height will be 1, right? Height is equal to 1. Height the 1, and the text I will not use any text here. Now my label grid row will be 0, column will be, let's give 0 also. And then we need the button, right? When you press the button, email or mail must show us the text. It is a gender, female or male. That's why I have to create the my button. My button is equal button window text. We can use like enter or submit or press. Also, you can use like press with equal and we will use the comment method page text. Okay. When I press the button submit, it will change the text. Where is the our? Here, right? Configuration gender. Now we will create the configuration gender now. My button. Grid row. Let's give the one column will be the 0. Okay, good. What we will do, we have to create the Tkinter string variable object to store the selected choice. We have to select male or female, right? That's why I have to give the gender. Gender is equal string var. Var is the variable, string var. And I will add a drop-down widget. Options will be, we have two options. First option will be the female. Second option will be the male. Of course, female is the first, right? Gender point set. We have to, you can write choose, right? Select. We have to choose one of them, female or male. Then my drop down is equal option menu also window, then gender, and then when we type this asterisk, it will choose all the options here, all the options. So you can call only a female here, then you have to give the name. If you want to call all of them, then you have to use the asterisk. Then my drop down. I will not take grid, it will be in default. Then what I have to do at the end of the program, I have to enter the main loop event, right? Main loop window point main loop our main loop event. Okay, let's save file, save. I gave a drop down menu. Why? I have already saved right when I start the program. Okay, let's run the program. Let's see what will happen. Okay, good. Now it will be here, drop down menu, my application with drop down menu. Here is the submit, here is the choose. When I select choose, here is a drop down, it will go down, right? When I will choose male, submit, right here male. When I choose female, submit female. Okay, good. And we have already did the application. For example, I can briefly give the explanation of here. For example, window TK, what's here? We can type like create the main Tkinter menu. Create the main enter menu. Ah, no, sorry, not menu. It will be window, right? Because we have a window. And after we gave a label, we add an empty Skinter label widget and place it in a grid layout. Okay. After we gave buttons, right? And we can type also edit Kinter, edit enter button, right? This is the button. This is the name. This is the widget. Okay, good. Now, after we gave the gender, gender is the what we create a gender string. We gave a string because this is a female or male. This is the string. It's not a integer numbers or float. So variable object to store the selected choice. Selected. Okay. Then we gave the options, right? Two options, male or female. We add the drop down menu. No, sorry, not menu. I'm sorry. I always say menu. Sorry. And the last one. This is a drop-down widget. All of them, all of this code. Because you have to use here the gender set. To choose my drop-down option menu window, and the gender is you have to give, right? Which one, female or male, and then it will be the options. We have only two options, female and male. And at the end of the program, we have to enter main loop event. Okay, good. Now let's save red, which I wrote this all of the red. I use the hash here because it's a comment. When I use the comment, the program will not read or will not execute, right? It will not compile. When I run, it will work. Choose female or male. Okay. Our program is working. I hope everybody understands this lesson. If you have any questions, you can ask. I will try to answer. If no, we will continue the next topic. Here, choosing a text-based or GUI application. Here, from a chapter 6 onwards, answers to problems are given as either text-based application or GUI applications. GUI, it means graphical user interface applications, which we are using the Skinter method. Often both. Text-based programs offer the benefit of more accurately reflecting the programming style of that syllabus, and it will help to prepare for the A-level syllabus. Text-based applications do not involve the additional complexity of having reference Skinters widgets, graphical user interface widgets. However, graphical user interface applications will offer a richer visual experience, produce systems similar to those commercially available. Visual experience is very important. That's why when we create an application with the Python programming, we have to use the graphical user interface. It's suggested that you make use of both types of applications. It will best support the development of your computational thinking. Text-based answer is always provided to problems presented in this book in the final chapter. Yes, chapter 14. Okay, if a GUI-based solution makes sense, these are also provided in the code repository found at the companion website textbooks. Here is the reference, right? Here they give the website cambridge.org, and here is the number of this book. You can find more information. Okay. We finished the graphical user interface briefly. And we will next chapters we will use the text-based and also graphical user interface. Producing graphical user interface-based applications is outside the syllabus. Yes. Here is just give the introduction. There are three main styles of programming in Python 3. Interactive mode, I explained in the first lesson. Quick tests and the trials can be programmed in the Python shell. Also, you know, we use the Python shell and the interactive mode also. Python shell and the interactive mode almost the same. And text-based script mode. Text-based scripts can be saved so that your applications can be used. Graphical user interface applications are important that Tkinter library. Right? We type like from Tkinter and import asterisk. We call the library. Full usually rich applications can be produced in script mode. Graphical user programs open in their own window and contain familiar widgets such as buttons and the text boxes. We have already did the buttons, right? You know how to create the buttons. Okay, text boxes we will do in the future lessons. The Tkinter model is the graphical user interface library that is available in the standard Python pre-install. Tkinter's grid method allows programmers to position widgets by using cell coordinates, starting with 0, 0, row and the column, right? From the top of the left corner of a window or frame. Text-based programs are all that is required by the syllabus and closely match the logic of the algorithms they implement. Graphical user interface programs provide a richer experience for the user but introduce added complexity for the programmer. Okay. Now, what we will do? Chapter 6, we will learn now selection, conditions. Also, we can say conditions selection. Learning objectives. By the end of this chapter, you will understand how selection can be used to allow program to follow different paths of execution. How selection is shown in flowcharts and pseudocode. The difference between and the advantage of using if, blah blah, then, else, and if statements. If, then, else, and if, else, if here, else, if, right? Else, if, and if statements. And also when we use the if and the if one more time, and then it will be then nested if statements. Nested if in another programming language also they use case or otherwise or end case statements. How to use logical operations when programming selection in algorithms. logical operators also will learn, and in selection in algorithms. Okay. The need for selection. Systems often need to be programmed to complete different processes depending on the input received. For example, an automatic door will open if it detects that someone wishes to enter, and will shut when no presence is detected. Expert systems provide answers or conclusions based on the user response to previous questions. Systems like this appear to able to make decisions based on input, but the reality is that the system has been logically designed to complete a certain process based on expected input. In Python and many other languages, this is achieved by the use of programming techniques known as if statements. Many languages also have case statements available to them, and although Python does not, you will need to be familiar with this construct in your exams. When programming your solutions in Python, you will usually replace case statements if, elif, or else. Here's the key terms. If statements, a statement that allows the program to follow or ignore a sequence of code, depending on the data being processed. Case statements, a statement that allows one of the several sequences of code to be executed, depending on the data being and processed. Here, if statements, if the process for an automatic door was written down, it might appear as if a presence is detected, then open the door, otherwise close it. Open the door or close. In simple terms, this is very similar to coding if statement. The program will need to provide a condition to evaluate if a presence is detected, and the two actions will need to be provided depending on whether the outcome is true or false, right? True or false. Then if true, open the door. If the false, close the door. Okay. Pseudocode, understand and use the pseudocode using the if, then, else, and the and if. In the flowchart, the symbol used to indicate a decision is a diamond. The diamond contains information about the criteria and normally has two exit roads indicating the true and also false paths. The flowchart in figure 601 includes the decision symbol point. The true and the false paths have been indicated. When programmed, this will become an if statement. Once the appropriate action has been performed, the program flow returns back to check for presence at door, and the input is again evaluated by the if statement. Here is the flowchart. When you begin, when we can say start, then it will go to check for the presence at door. It will check, right? Here is the process. We can say processing here. It will process. After it will go to conditions, or we can say selection. And which one it will select. If it's a true, it will go to left side, open the door. If it's the false, then it will close the door. And here is the pseudocode. If presence is true, then open door, else close the door. Then and if. Okay, here is the flowchart. and the pseudocode. This is a flowchart. A, B is the pseudocode. Okay. Note that true false can also written yes or no. Yes, it means true, no is the false. The pseudocode if statements for the flowchart in figure 6.01 is shown figure 6.01b. The start of the statement is indicated by if. The condition is written between if and then. If and then. The action to be taken if the condition is true follows then. If it's the true, here. If it's the true, then, right? The action is indented to improve readability, else indicates any alternate action. Again, the action to be taken should be indented. And if indicates the end of the statement. It will be the end, right? And if. Note, all if statements have an alternative action and therefore the else may be omitted. For example, a system used to calculate the cost of a train fare could apply discount if the passenger is a child. The pseudocode would look like this. Discount is the 0.5 input ticket price. If ticket for child, then ticket price, what will be? Times discount, right? 0.5. 0.5 is 50%, right? And if then output ticket price. If you will buy the ticket for the children, it will be the you have a discount 0.5 or 50%. Okay, now here is the logical operators. In the automatic door example, the only possible inputs were detected or not detected. However, many systems depend on less discrete criteria. An air conditioning system will receive continuous temperature data, will perform actions based on a variety of temperature data. System for determining exam grades will calculate the grade output by identifying whether the student's marks fall within a certain grade boundaries. Look, support the needs of these types of decisions. Number of logical operators exist. They tend to follow the accept mathematical use of operator symbols. The basic operators supported by the Python and their form in pseudocode is shown in table 601 here. Is equal to, this is equal. In Python, they use two equals. In programming languages, in C++, all the same. Is greater than. In mathematics also it's the same. Pseudocode and in Python. Is less than, okay, less than. Is greater than or equal to. Is greater than or equal to. In programming languages, can you see all the equals are on the right side? Look, if you will put this equal to here, then it will make an error. Look, for example, is greater than and equal. This is not the equal. They are not the equal. They're wrong. Okay. Is less than or equal to, is less than or equal to, less than or equal to. Look, if you will write first equal, then less than, also it will not work. All equals must be on the right side. Also wrong. Is not equal to, is not equal to, here is the, can you see, is not equal to in pseudocode. You can use both of them. In Python 3, here is the is not equal to. This 3 times 4 symbols, right? Okay, the choice of the correct logical operator is important. Using the wrong one can produce unexpected results in your algorithms. often they may, in which the decision required is worded will indicate the appropriate operator to use. I will stop here. Next lessons will continue encoding if statements. Here's the examples flowchart, and here is the example. Number 1 is equal int input, enter first numbers and second number. If the second number is the bigger than first number, it will print second, else first. If not bigger, then it will print out else. Okay. The next lessons we will continue from the decision in words and appropriate if student is 16 less than 16, right? And here's the turn on the watercolor when the temperature is 10 degrees or more. Okay. Thank you very much. I will send this video. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. You can call, you can ask, you can send a message or email. It doesn't matter. You have a nice day. Stay at home. Stay with the Python programming language. Thank you very much.